Monday morning. The surf is very big this morning. West wind that came through yesterday, and also the big seas they're having in the Cape, in the Western Cape, pushing through to our region. A couple of whales out there, a few big splashes. Look at those big waves coming through there at the old bream spot. Not a soul down here in Orange Rocks, I don't blame them. Not exactly conditions for fishing. Go and have a look at St. Mike's. St. Michael's, Surfers Corner, a bit of a monster Monday. Big sets rolling through. The whole bay is white water. A couple of guys catching live baits here off the back, dropping them into the tidal pool. Birds diving. One here, one there. Here come the sets. Come the big sets through again, crashing through the old bream spot here. Getting rid of all that excess sand, opening up all those lovely little holes. Go and see what's going on at Chivongo Pier. Chivongo Beach, very big swell coming through, big waves crashing through the beach here. Get rid of a bit of the sand, open up the channels here hopefully. Not much happening on the pier this morning. Doesn't look like the Shad are on the bite. A couple of fishermen off the rocks, a couple of guys on the pier. Lots and lots of white water. Yeah, look at the size of these waves crashing through here. Huge wave coming through here at Chivongo Pier. A lot of white water. Nothing much happening as far as shad go, or fish for that matter. Maybe something is happening earlier on this Margate Beach out there in the distance. Not very many people on the beach this morning. Light west wind, the wind's not that bad, it is up a bit. A couple of guys out here fishing. Maybe we'll upgrade it to a fresh breeze. Appears pretty much static this morning. No fishing rods out, none of the local guys fishing. Sure, you could even surf the waves here today. This lovely swell running through here. Well, seeing it is such a bad weather day, we're going to do some shad in the smoke box and get some lekker free range chickens in the smoke box as well. We're going to split them in half. Straight on the center there. Nice sharp knife. Get it flipped over. And straight on the back. Okay, so there we've got our two halves. We're going to do the same to this one. Down the center as well. Trim all the dangly bits off. Poke nose as well. Okay, so we've cleaned up the chicken bits, we've given them a good wash. dried them off a little bit. Now we're going to be adding spice. And this is a delicious spice. It gives the chickens a phenomenal flavor. And get that all rubbed in. I haven't got a glove. Get that all rubbed in. A lot of turmeric, dried fruits. That lovely yellow colour it's taking on. Beautiful colour there, beautiful colour. Everything is well cut. See how beautiful that looks. Marinate in that. It's like an hour or so. For half an hour while I do the shad and get the fire going. So shad, we're going to butterfly them. We're going to just make a little cut here, tail end. Cut through the bottom and along the backbone. And I want to go through the skin. Backbone, try and keep it all intact. Go through it there. That's all we're going to do with the shad. We're just going to open up like that. And we have another one going. These have been hanging a little bit. You can see the skin is a little bit dry. There's not too much excess water. I know some of you guys like Ivan, he doesn't like draining the water off. So all you're really doing is you're draining the excess water off, that's all. So these won't have to hang for too long. They are reasonably dry. Go, last one, nicely butterflied. I add a little bit of coarse salt. Not too much. Just going to put a little bit on. The hook through the mouth there, and we'll just hang those up for a couple of minutes. Going to hang and dry just a little bit, not too long. There's really not very much excess water on it, so 15-20 minutes, half an hour, good enough. Look how good this chicken is looking. That beautiful colour it's taken on there. We've got the fire going. I'm going to use a little bit of charcoal, and then we will, once that's burning, we will add a little bit more charcoal and then lie a little bit of wet wood on it and add smoke chips, hickory wood. We will add to that. That'll give the fish and the chicken an amazing flavour. Our chicken on. We're going to be putting it on bone side down so that it retains the moisture. We've got the thicker parts of it, the breast parts of it, to the center where all the heat, or most of the heat, is going to be. The fire's looking good. We've got some wet wood and smoke dust. So this is a hot smoke. The shad we put higher up, so they don't need as much heat as what the chicken does. Okay, so that's all looking good in there. The shad was hanging for about half an hour or so. And it's looking absolutely awesome. Let's get it all closed up and get some smoke going here. Okay, it's all closed up. Leave a little bit of ventilation in the front. These are the hickory pellets. lovely hickory flavor, create the hickory smoke to flavor that meat. Smoke starting to come out. I'll give it 15-20 minutes and then come and check on it. Things are really happening in there. Now you've got to be careful not to over smoke it. So we've just opened up the smoker, looking gorgeous, nice light smoke on the fish. The fish is definitely done. Beautiful. Still nice and warm. Get this lot out the smoker, so it's going to be hot. Oh, just falling apart. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that moisture there just dripping off of it. See it down there? It's going to be so succulent. Awesome. Look at that. I'm going to give it a flip. Give it about another half an hour or so. Let's have a little taster of this. Yeah, look how succulent that is. Divine. Very good. Another 40 minutes. I'm sure these guys are done. Yo, oh my goodness, this knife is just sliding through it. Look at all the juice running off of it. Look at all that juice in there. Oh my goodness. Look at that juice. Oh, look at that juice coming out there. Yo, look at that, Jack. That's just falling apart. That is so tender. Chaps, this is definitely 10 times better than. Look at that juice coming out of it. Beautiful.